Hello, hello, hello. Creamery. Welcome, welcome. Panic Lizard and Zuzu Cat in the chat on a Saturday morning. I was trying to get that to be nice there. It kind of worked. It almost worked. We're live. We're here. I always say I'm going to get live earlier on Saturdays. I'm like, I'll get live around 9 o'clock. And then, like, at 9 o'clock, I'm sitting on my couch, and I'm like, I don't fucking want I don't want to move from here. I barely wanted to move just to go to the store. I had to go trying to do, like, very intentional shopping trips so I don't have to drive my car as much, and I still forget things, and I'm, like, up there. But it is what it is. Zuzu Cat with the 3-stream streak. Hype, hype, hype. A little bit lower on the hype today. It is a Saturday morning. I don't have to be fully in that. It's also gray and gross and rainy. Yesterday was a beautiful sunny day. I went on a walk. Also, hello. I'm here now. I'm on camera. I went on a nice walk outside. It was beautiful. It was like 70 degrees. Nice. And I wake up today and it's like 40, 50 degrees, rainy, and it's just like the weather cannot decide. We're in that period right now where it's like, is it winter? Is it spring? And the weather doesn't actually know, especially in Michigan. Michigan is very, very bad with that. So that's where we're at with the weather. And I woke up and very much did not want to go to the store and do the thing. So I'm like, okay, I have a couple of things that like work as sides for a meal, but I still need like the actual main dish of a meal. So I wanted to go and get some chicken because I was going to make some chicken probably tomorrow, probably not tonight, but I don't like shopping on Sundays. Grocery stores tend to be a little busier on Sundays. I think I actually had a conversation about that with my dad where I don't think he actually knew that grocery stores were busier on Sundays because he doesn't normally, he just kind of goes up and gets very, very little things, and I don't think he really pays attention. Also, he goes to like a local grocery store that they get busy on Sundays, but probably not around the times he's going and stuff. But woo, I'm streaking. It's gross. It's so gross and gray today. It's so like, I was like, well, I guess today is the perfect day to have a stream. But even like I had a slow morning because of how gross and gray it was outside. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take things easy. I didn't even wake up until no, I was up by like 4:45, 4:30 today. And I messaged my friend. So I asked her before I went to bed last night. I was like, "Hey, do you want to like maybe hang out sometime next week? We still need to have our Smash rematch." And she's like, "Yeah, I'd love to. You know, I got to practice." I'm like, "All right, cool." I messaged her back, and I think it was like 4:30 when I woke up. I just saw, I was like, hey, okay, Sue. So I just messaged her back, sick, and she's like, good morning? Or I think she said, or good, have a good sleep? And I was like, no, I'm just waking up. I went to bed at like 9 p.m. Like ish, I should say. And then I had a meme, like a meme off. It wasn't like a meme off necessarily, but me and my other meming off definitely sounds like weird now that I say it like that though. But me and another from one of my friends, Jamie, I was like, I just realized how many memes I have saved on my phone. So I started sending her some memes, and as it were, a lot of like it actually got started off talking about memes because I was talking about cum as I do, and I made my messenger note today, Red Robin cum, and my friend mentioned it, and so I'm like, oh yeah, that's, you know, I've been leaning into cum jokes, you know, since high school, and it's just become kind of like my thing at this point. And then I just like found all of these memes and then I was like, wait, I have a lot more memes than just these, and I was like, I save a lot of crazy ass memes on my phone. But I figured a Saturday morning, not a bad way to start things off with actually like a little bit of just chatting. Usually I have us right in the game category, and then I'm like, all right, I should probably start playing the game, but I like to yap, and I haven't just sat here and yapped in a minute. There's been a lot. I mean, this week has been, I'll admit, when I got done streaming on Wednesday with the Stardew, like 3 days in a row for streaming, I forgot the amount of energy that it actually takes to do that. And I was like, you know, like during the stream, I was like, oh, I always have energy during the streams, right? And that's why I also pushed myself. Like today, I was like, I'm slow, but like I'm gonna go live because I know once I get there, the energy, like the streaming energy, will enter my body from whatever, you know, other realm that it exists in when I'm not streaming. And then when I sit down in front of this camera and I hit go live, and I'm like in the moment, it's just like, all right, I guess I'm pulling it from the ether now. Anyway, so when I got done streaming on Wednesday, I realized, oh man, I've been churning out these streams, and I do love streaming. Like streaming every day is a lot of fun, but then I also like, it's been really the last time I streamed every day, like every day, was 8 years ago when I started, and then I realized that you don't actually have to do that. It's not like, it's actually not that necessary, and stuttering a lot right there. And so I was like, okay, I think it is probably better for me to just take some time off, take a day off, because Thursday I realized, I was like, oh man, I really needed this day to just kind of sit and recharge and not put myself out on there. And then yesterday was nice because I didn't do a stream here, but I did do a piano stream on the Fallen from the Stars channel, and I released a new song on the YouTube channel for Fallen from the Stars. Lots of Fallen from the Stars stuff happening yesterday, and honestly this month there's going to be a whole lot more. I'm going to be doing, hopefully keep up with the weekly Friday streams. I didn't do one I did one yesterday, but not the week before because I was out at an ecstatic dance, but the week before that. So trying to keep those consistent, keep those up and running. But yeah, and I saw Panic Lizard said that they talked about Mega Ran going, because I'm talking about, we are going to play Mega Man today eventually. Once I'm done yapping about whatever I have to yap about, I'll get into the gameplay, and we'll play some Mega Man X, which is my favorite Mega Man game probably. I haven't played a lot of the originals, like the original Mega Man series games, but I think in a while. I've played 1 through 3, but like it was a long time ago. I don't even think we beat 3. I don't even remember. So yeah, we will play games today when I'm done yapping. But I do know who Mega Ran is because of my old roommate. He would listen to Mega Ran. And I also said Game Shops. We're listening to a radio station from Game Shops right now. If you want to check, they did the instrumentals for one of his albums, and I have only heard the instrumental versions. I've never heard the songs with the raps over it, but maybe I should check it out because I've been getting more into listening to lyrics and stuff. Again, I go through like bits, but like I listen to so much instrumental music. I love instrumental music, but then I'm like, you know what, lyrics? Like when I sit down and listen to an album that's lyrically like really like well put together, and I start crying, and I'm like, oh, that's right. There's, I mean, there's music that's lyricless that makes me cry too. Love your partner in their love lasagna. Kai will given relationship advice. You know, I stand by that. When I make my lasagna and I put my love into it, and like I give it, like I just give somebody like my love that love lasagna. I don't love them in their love lasagna. I don't think maybe not. Maybe that's like maybe the wording there. I guess I put my love into the lasagna I gave to them. That was my love, their love lasagna. No, I stand by it. I stand by it. Watched Morbius last night on Discord with some friends. It was pretty bad. We had a good time. I've heard that movie is not great. I heard it got very bad reviews and stuff. It was critically panned. It was like, no, we're not. People don't like this. Like critics and fans. That's is that in the Marvel universe somewhere? I can't remember. I know it has something to do with the superheroes, but I don't know if it's a Marvel or a DC. I know it came out or something like that. Isn't it? It's Marvel? Okay, yeah. I was like, I feel like it, but it was one of the ones that flopped, like Madam Web. Is it in that same kind of that offshoot kind of thing like there? Like, because I know that there's a couple of them that didn't do very well, and they they did a really good job of kind of being like The Sinister Six? I have no idea what the fuck that is. The Sinister Six? There's the Fantastic Four, and then there's the Sinister Six. Is there gonna be the I don't know. Can we have what's the next one gonna be? The Ominous Octet. I'm gonna see Mega Ran and MC Chris, because MC Chris is a nerdcore rapper or something. Like his funny man words. MC Chris, nerdcore. I remember there was one nerd. I have a nerdcore rapper from. I can't remember who it was. The name is escaping me right now. There was one guy who I had like there's 2 or 3 songs I remember listening to from him that were on my like PSP. You know, that's like this is from like when I was in like high school. Back when I would put all my MP3 files on my PSP memory stick so I could listen to it on the bus, because the bus ride was like, you know, I got on the bus at school started at 7:40. I think I got on the bus at 6:20. Like that's how early, you know, the bus routes are pretty long to get everybody there, and they want to get you there a little early. I got to school at like 7. I think we got to school about 7:15. And it's like it was a good long bus ride. I also got on early so that I could spend more time with my sitting, like hanging out and talking to my friend as well, listening to music in one ear with my headphone blaring. Jared Leto sucked so bad in it, and it felt like it was written by a room of edgy and broody 14-year-olds from the year 2000. Oh, it's one of those. It's one of those kind of bad movies. Jared Leto being in something now is like not a selling point either, because like he's had some real like issues in like the news come out and stuff, and it doesn't seem like I would want to watch anything with him in it, unfortunately. MC Chris's new album is going to be Marvel themed. Okay, Marvel themed. Every song is just going to be about a particular character from the Marvel universe. Or maybe it's gonna tell an actual story, like start to finish. that would be fucking sick if like if each song was just like a different like section of the story, and instead of just being like this is a song about this character. You know, like there's been some like I like Starbomb doing that though. They do the video game rapping. That's just Aaron, and that's just the Game Grumps. You know, I think technically Ninja Brian is in that as well. Like writing and stuff. Starbomb. I haven't listened to Starbomb in a while. I did put one of their songs in actually for a music league thing I was in like at some point last year. The Ryu versus Ken rap battle. Fuck you, Ken, you're such a little fucking bitch. I'm gonna break your fucking spine in half and throw you in a ditch. I used to know that whole fucking thing off the top of my head. I actually sat and listened to it like over and over again just so I could know the words, because I was like, I like this one the most out of all of these silly, stupid like Starbomb songs that were on the first one. I think they had a third Starbomb album. I don't think I ever actually listened to that one though. A big soft spot for his Mr. Freeze song. Okay, Mr. Freeze like from Batman. The only version of Mr. Freeze I'm familiar with, for better or for worse, is the Arnold Schwarzenegger version in Batman and Robin. That's the only version of Mr. Freeze that I'm familiar with. Or is it Mr. Freeze, like the Mr. Freeze song from the Santa Claus is Coming to Town? That was like, isn't there a Mr. Freeze or is it Mr. Heat? It's a Heat Miser. I don't fucking remember. He had a Batman, so it's like, all right, cool. Mr. Freeze, the Penguin, the Riddler. I'm the Riddler. I listen to an artist called The Whittler. He's a dubstep guy. I actually saw him at Big Fan at the music festival I went to back in September, which, oh my gosh, I have to remember to submit all my shit for that because they just opened up volunteer applications, and I definitely want to volunteer for that again. I'm gonna put in my volunteer application, but I'm also gonna work on putting together a application to be a musician and see if I get accepted, because who knows? You never know. Mr. Freeze, Penguin, Riddler, Joker. All right, I named. It's funny. I said all of the Batman villains except for the most popular one when I listed them off. I was like Mr. Freeze, Penguin, Riddler, and I'm like, oh, the Riddler reminds me of this EDM art guy I listened to. That show was sick. I was like in the thick of it during that. Like people, like there was like people on every side of me, just like, just so many bodies, just and like the moon was up in the sky looking beautiful. Like this one girl that I was volunteering with, she's like, Kyle, look at the moon. And there's like everyone's just pouring sweat and the lights. It was fucking awesome. I love music festival. It's definitely not everyone's thing. I would never convince somebody to go to a music festival if I thought that they would have a bad time there. Like if they, if they don't do well with crowds, if they have sensory like overstimulation, like problems with that, yeah, don't go to a music festival. Definitely not the scene for you. Probably. I think a lot of people it really isn't, and that's why people take drugs at music festivals too, is it's like, well, I really don't like being in crowds and stuff, but if I'm on this drug, then it makes me feel loved, and I love everybody, and it's not a problem anymore. I'm eating lunch early. Because I've been up since like 5 a.m. and I realized all I had eaten was a bowl of oatmeal, and I'm like, I'm about to stream for probably about 2 hours. That's how long I tend to go with these Saturday morning. I might also have a call to get on at 1, so probably won't want to go more than 2 hours. I mean, we'll start the game here shortly, then. I've already been yapping for like 20 minutes. I've been coming up with some really silly bits lately. Just because at home when I'm sitting here, for some reason, one of the voices I tend to just kind of randomly just start doing when I'm laughing or when I'm doing something is I'll just start like being like, hey there, Mickey, and I'll try to do. Been working on a goofy voice like, oh hey there, Mickey, how's it going there? Yeah, and I'll just do that. It's just fun, and I'll start, you know, especially when I'm really stoned, and I'll just like kind of get into it. And the other night I started doing a bit. I was like, well, hey there, Mickey, how's it going? And there's like, oh, it's not really going that great there, Goofy. And the bit keeps on getting further, and it's like, well, what's the problem, Mickey? It's like, well, have you seen the state of the world right now and all the things happening in the Middle East? And like, it's like, well, actually, Mickey, I don't know much about that. I tend to keep my mind out of the politics. And just like, it goes very further into that. Like, I got to a point where I was basically just like Mickey explaining socialism and communism to Goofy and why the world is the way it is because of capitalism, and I was doing voices the entire time and just dying in my living room to no one else is there, and I'm like, what is going on with me? What is wrong with me? Oh, see, it started with, I was like, oh, I see what you're saying, Mickey. We've got to seize the means of production. I was like, God damn it, Kyle. Like, what's going on, man? Oh, you got it, Goofy. Like, Jesus Christ. I think that was the first joke that came into my head, was Goofy saying workers need to seize the means of production. And I don't know why, just like in the Goofy voice, that phrase sounded so funny to me, and I just started rolling with the entire joke. Like, it's starting with like, well, hey there, Mickey. Well, it's not going that great there, Goofy. You heard what's happening in Palestine? It's like, well, I just heard there's a war over there. Oh, Goofy, it's actually not a war. It's more of a genocide being committed by it. It's just like, just getting way too, because with Mickey and Goofy, that's not the conversation that you're expecting, right? You don't expect the conversation to be like political things. So in my head, when I do those voices and I hear that coming out, it just, woo. It gets to me in my high brain. I'm a high. I'm over here just. I'm gonna take a break before we get into the game. I'll probably smoke more after I'm done eating this sandwich. Hope everyone else had a good week since Wednesday. Hanging out, doing things. Maybe you're doing your work, doing your things and stuff. Maybe you played a game. Maybe you watched a movie. I don't know. I've been watching a lot of YouTube. Sometimes I go down the rabbit hole on YouTube of like weird, creepy things that have happened on the internet, or like weird, creepy, like whatever things, or just other. I've also been in like the ARG, like weird, creepy things that aren't real that are on the internet. Because I find that stuff really cool and like just fun to kind of like pretend for a minute. Because one of the earliest creepypastas I remember, and I was actually like around like when it was being, I think it was when it was originally being posted and stuff. Like I remember the updates to it on like the paranormal board or whatever it was being posted to. Like those were like, I was like waiting for the new one. Was the Ben drowned Majora's Mask creepypasta. That was cool shit. And me and my buddy Cozy tried to like prank each other based off of the things that had happened in that creepypasta. So I've been watching YouTube videos about like all the other ones that like all these other things that have existed. A lot of things that people do are in Minecraft. I've been finding that kind of interesting. That was why I was late to stream on Wednesday, and I kind of gone down that rabbit hole ever since Wednesday. Is just like weird things that people like, weird like, you know, horror stories and stuff that people make within video games that they kind of act are like real, or they upload to YouTube, and it's like, oh, you know, this is a video that I found in my on a thumb drive and in my sister's room after she passed away. When I put the thumb drive into my computer, the contents were shocking. There was a README text file. I opened it. It said my name at the top, and it was addressed from my sister. The contents were as follows. Dear Robert, if you're reading this, then you have found the hard drive, the thumb drive, in my room, and I have passed away. If this hard drive has not been destroyed by the time that I have passed away, it means that my death was not an accident. And I can't remember where this where this joke was originated from. Oh, yeah, it was like fake things online. It means my death was not an accident. Please investigate the causes behind my death. I can't say much else on this hard drive, but please try to use the encrypted file within to find me. And it's like a .exe, and then you open it up, and then like that's a game within the game, or like within the video, and then the game you have to like play the game, and it's like a really hard like roguelite or something, and once you beat that, you get the key to keep on going and find things. I don't know. I'm just spinballing here, and I'm coming up with a new it's not spitballing anymore. It's spinballing, because we're spinning the ball until we come up with something. I'm spinballing here. I'm just spinning that ball until it comes up, until like until it comes up on the right point that I want to look at. So I'm spinballing ideas around. Even the spinball is a spinball. I just spinballed that right out of thin air. And now we have a new, like brainstorming, spinballing, all the same thing, all the same words. Spinballing, yeah, spinballing. That sounds like some sort of class that 40-year-old like women would go to on a Sunday morning. Hey, what are you doing today, Denise? I'm going to spinball class. Oh, spinball, what's that? Oh, it's like one of the newest trends. You'll never you have to go. So there's a ball, there's a ball. Oh my gosh, there's a ball. Yeah, so there's a ball, and then once you get in, you're never gonna guess. You're never gonna guess. So you go in, and then it spins, but it's like on a pedestal. Or it's kind of imagine you're in pottery, and the thing that is spinning the vase, and you're So so the ball is on that, and you sit on the ball, and then you're like the pot in pottery, and you spin around, and that's spinball. That's spinball class. Oh my gosh, I have to go spinballing. Oh my gosh, that sounds so much fun. Spinballing class is where the yoga teacher twists my nuts when I make a mistake. Sheesh! Holy! All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. This was a great stream. After hearing that, I have to go spinball myself in my room. No, we're not ending stream. Oh no! Zuzu, no! One of those boy who cried wolf situations. I should have known. I make the joke too many times, and now people are just gonna start believing it. Oh, vocalizing is a lot of fun. I've recently learned composure, but vocalizing, humming, actually too, just taking a deep breath and then humming on the exhale is very good for just helping you with your keep a nice calm nervous system and stuff. I like it. But vocalizing, singing, I kind of I don't know how to yodel or necessarily, but I can kind of fake it I like making noises. If you guys haven't been able to tell from the last 8 years, which I don't know exactly when it's gonna happen, but I know I think it's happening soon. I think Twitch will let me know the exact date when it's like a week or so away. My 8 years of affiliate will be here soon, which is crazy to think that I've had 8 years on Twitch where I've been able to have subscribers, have bits, do all that kind of stuff. And the things that we've been able to do since then, like, you know, 2 months later, or no, a month later, it was April, I think May, 8 years ago, I was like, all right, now that I can make money on Twitch, all the money I make in the month of May is going to be donated to Crisis Text Line. And that first time I did that, I think we got like 200, we got like over a couple $100 within that month. And it was like any money that got donated, all like went to it. It was a great month. And just, we've done so many other charity streams and stuff since then. So once I find out when the actual date is, I'm gonna have to look into that. I think it tells you on your creator dashboard at some point, like when it's close, it will be like, hey. So it's not quite. I think it might be like the 11th or the 12th or something. It's like a little later into the month. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at it and see where it's at. There might be a way to find out where it's at somewhere. Ba-doop-ba-doop-ba-doop-ba-doop-ba-doop-boo. Doing that throat switch. Hey, the grumpiest pickle. What's going on, grumpiest pickle? How are you doing on a Saturday? Welcome on in. We're just yapping about. I was talking about singing and vocalizing, and I was talking about when my Twitch affiliate anniversary happening here. 8 years of affiliate, which is again still wild to think. Which actually means I've probably been streaming for 9. The first year I streamed was, oh no, I've been streaming for 10 years almost this summer, because the first streams I did were post college graduation in my dad's basement. So, grumpiest pickle. Fanny packs are still the standard for standing concerts. Yeah, my ex had a cool fanny. She had it was a fanny pack that like reflected the lights and stuff, so it kind of had like a glisten when we would go to the raves and whatnot. It had like mushrooms all over it. It matched the top and like skirt that she had. Yeah, don't knock a good fanny pack. And I also remember going to Cedar Point, that we had a particular individual in our group that was like the fanny fit, as it were. It was not a fanny pack, but a fanny fit. It was more tight to your form, so you could actually keep it on you. It was just for cards and cash and stuff. But yeah. Utilization and fashion in a beautiful package. That's what I say about myself. Maybe not the fashion, but I'm very utilitarian. Utilized. I'm very utilized. Yeah, I utilize myself very well. I utilize my body. Ooh, look at that! Look at that flow, baby. Oh, it comes out the other end. What's going on here? Didn't know I could do that, did you? No. Got affiliate on my old account in 2018, but didn't stream for the next 7 years. So decided to start a new account now that I've grown and standards changed. Oh, really? Wow. And so, what are the standards now? Like, what do you have to do to get affiliate now? I remember when I did it 8 years ago, it was 3 average viewers. It wasn't that many streamed hours. It was like 20 streamed hours or something like within the last 30 days, and then 50 followers. And but I understand wanting to, if you haven't streamed on that account, like, do they take away affiliate ever? Or did you just want to like start fresh with like a new branding and stuff like that? Because I could totally get that. I've always been Kai Will here, and I've had my Twitch, like my name, my account for ages before I even started, like, well, I shouldn't say ages. It was probably 2 years before I started streaming that I was like, that feels like ages, but at this point. Oh, personal standards. I got you. So I see what you're saying. Your standards for streaming have changed, and you wanted to be like, you know what? I want to leave behind that branding. That, again, okay, so that totally makes sense. That totally makes sense. And thank you for the follow, Grumpiest Pickle. Welcome to the Creamery. Don't ask why we call it that. And I hope you have enjoy your time here. Have a good stay. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you. If I can open up the window maybe a little bit, if it's a little chilly or something in here, maybe I can go grab you a glass of cream. We have so much cream. But I totally get that. I have gone up and down with what I consider, like, at one point I was like, this is what I want to have for streaming, and I want to do this, and I want to put like, oh, and then I got to a thing where I'm like, this is what I like. It's just like, when I'm talking, it's just me and this, and when I'm gaming, it's gonna be me and my game. I have some alerts. I want to add more emotes because I have more emote slots, and I have some ideas for what those emotes are gonna be. So that'll be on the horizon. But mostly, I think the thing that I realized I was lacking in was my consistency in a schedule, and so I've been keeping up with that for the last month, and it's been pretty good. I've been doing Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. So we do Saturday morning gaming, then Mondays are Poke Monday. We're working through Pokemon Platinum right now, and then Wednesdays I've been tackling doing some Stardew Valley just because I fucking love that game, and I've been playing it a lot, and I'm just about to hit the 100-hour mark on Steam playing with mods and stuff, and it feels right. So we go live at 2 p.m. Eastern time on Mondays and Wednesdays, and then I'm here Saturday mornings yapping away. We're gonna play some games though here. Probably gonna take a short little break before getting into the gaming section of today's stream, and then we're gonna play some Mega Man X, which is a game that I have fond memories of, but not from like my childhood, because when this game came out I was probably like 4 or 5. So I didn't play it like growing up, but I played it as like later on as like a teenager a lot. There was a lot of remakes, there's a lot of and stuff around that time, but also, PSP, really easy to get, things onto a PSP, like emulators and whatnot. So yeah, scheduling is my hardest part, especially with 60 plus hours a week at a full-time job plus wife and kids. Absolutely, scheduling is going to be your hardest part. Even just having a part-time job in streaming can be like, scheduling can be, and like right now this is what I do. Like, I stream, I make music, I'm trying to find like avenues and ways to do other things, like maybe with those skills to bring in some extra revenue or whatever income, whatever it would be at this point, because I'm very lucky, and I'm in a spot where I can just kind of put my focus into my creative projects because I have enough to cover the base stuff coming in at this point. So Grumpiest Pickle used to be Silliest Pickle, but is now jaded and thus needs a new brand. I will say, I actually had one of my friends who comes in here every now and then, Rad Boy. He did have his username used to be Sadboy90, and then at one point he had some sort of awakening, and he was just like, you know what? I don't want to be a sad boy anymore. I want to be a rad boy, and now he's Rad Boy when he comes into the chat. Woe's me. But yeah, scheduling when you have a job as well, like finding ways to do it, like I'll say, like, there's some people I know who definitely do a good job of figuring it out, like Kevbone. He has figured it out where he works his full-time job where he does usually it's 4 10s, and then if he has overtime, so he might have like extra days in there. But he works Monday through Thursday, and then he streams when he can every weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like consistently on those days. Goes live with the community game day at least one day out of those days. Is really interactively, like with his chats, in other chats when he's not streaming. Which that's like another thing too, is it's not even always about streaming as much as you can, which is something I was just talking about, how like I streamed for 3 days in a row and I realized, man, that actually takes a lot out of me, the actual streaming part. And as much as I like it, as soon as I, before stream today, I was just like, oh man, I could really just lay in bed all day today. It feels great. But then I thought, I was like, as soon as you get in front of that camera, as soon as you sit down and you start doing the thing, you're gonna have that energy. You're gonna be glad that you did it, because you're gonna be like, hey, I went and I did the thing that I said I wanted to do. I played that game that I said I wanted to play, and then I can take the rest of the day to kind of just do the other things around the house and, maybe hang out in other people's streams. We'll probably end up actually raiding Kevbone today. I think he's gonna be live around noon with his community game day. But I have been yapping for a while now. I could keep on doing it. I actually I very much enjoy sitting and just talking, and I have lots and lots of stuff that happens up here that I could talk about. Especially one of the topics has been popping up a lot on my within my different like medias, social medias, other feeds and stuff, is just AI use, and specifically within music. And yeah, that's been definitely that's been sitting up here with me as a musician, as somebody who likes music, and I see people very much pushing the use of AI in the creation of music, and I have my thoughts on that. I don't think that I will never use it. I don't think it has any place in my process. I don't want to shit too much on people that might use AI in their process, because I don't think everybody who does it is doing it out of like some sinister way to like try to make the AI companies profitable. Like maybe some of like the professional musicians that are like signing with AI companies, or like they're getting some sort of cut out of it, and it seems like maybe like, why are you doing this? But there's I've seen it been used in fun, silly ways, and then I see people where it's like, I can't imagine if I trying to make a song anymore if I didn't use AI, and I'm like, yikes. That doesn't seem right. But I'm very wary of AI in general and a lot of its uses. I don't use it like there's probably uses where it's being used and I don't know it's being used. But I also have been trying to get rid of it on any search that I use, moving over to places where I can actually have more control over when AI is being used in the search results and whatnot. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun going through all of this stuff and having an opinion that I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna, I feel very strongly about it for my personal self. And sometimes when I try to talk about it, about how I feel about it, other people who like feel like I'm like shitting on them. I'm not trying to shit on. It's just like there's so many reasons to not use it for me, and I try to talk about those reasons with my friends and stuff. And it's just, thankfully I haven't had to have that conversation too much. AI is a tool when used properly, that's great, but too many people lean on it for important stuff and literally everything. And that is exact. I think AI, when used correctly and when with the right safeguards and protocols and stuff in place, can be a very useful tool. I however think that currently the state of AI is in like, we're using it for way too much, even in just like with it, like in like logistic like government situations. Like people are using AI where they should not be using AI, and it's actually like costing people money or losing people jobs, and not like because AI is taking their job, but because it's messing up in a way that then is affecting somebody else's job because they thought, oh, this person didn't do their job, it's actually the AI didn't read a thing right, or because AI isn't infallible, right? Like the thing is people are trusting AI as if it's like this perfect thing, but guess what? Humans made AI. Humans made AI. Humans aren't perfect. AI can't be perfect. like it's just like all right. And with that, I'm gonna take my first break first break today. We'll get into some gaming here, play some games for a little bit. Probably a little bit longer than I was going to originally. I'll probably go a little bit longer on stream than I was going to. I usually go for about 2 to 3 hours on like I guess it will be about 3 hours today, give or take. Because I yapped for a little bit longer than I expected, which is actually, I should have expected that. What am I thinking? I'm a yapper. But I'll be right back. Enjoy some tunage while I am gone, and we'll get into some Mega Man X when I get back. All right, I am back. What's up? Let me get into this game. Let's start playing some Mega Man X. I'm gonna turn the switch over into that category and get the game up and rolling. It should actually be already up and rolling. I should be able to very, very, very easily just pop it up here. Should be already. Oh, it is. It's so up and ready right now. Oh. 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 Okay. It's up and ready. Whenever I am ready, I just gotta do some other things. Let me catch up on. See what Grumpiest Pickle is saying. I feel bad for authors. With AI, yeah, people are putting their work into AI, and now it's regurgitating everything into half-cocked crap that, in my mind, is disrespectful to the authors that put so much time and work into their craft. There's a lot of that. That's a big one, too. I've been watching a lot of TTRPG, like tabletop RPG stuff, so like D&D, Pathfinder, whatever. But also, like, I'm finding out there's so much more to TTRPGs than just, like, medieval, like, you know, kind of like fantasy action role-playing kind of stuff. There's so many different games and systems and ways to play, and it's so cool. You know, it's so cool. And like, you can really even do it as simply as you could come up with a really simple your own system using just D6 and stuff. And I think that's really what's really cool. Yeah, it was a smoke break. I don't want to smoke necessarily like while I'm on stream. I have a warning in case I do smoke on stream, but I tend to keep it out of the room and just smoke out in the other room. I need to be a little baked when I'm just a tiny bit baked when I'm playing my games. So it was a smoke break to just go take a hit and come back and do my thing. So many Dungeon Crawler Carl ripoffs popping up now. What is a Dungeon Crawler Carl? I don't know about that. Is that like a type, just a generic type of thing here? Right, hold on. I'm going to pause the music here, or end the music on that end. I'm going to get gaming you here. I'm going to learn you something today. Oh, I love to be learned a thing. One of my favorite things in life is to learn a thing. Okay, let's get the game going here. We should be able to. Oh wow, that's loud for me. Is that loud for everybody else? Yeah, it looks like it's popping. It's popping up there. Hold on, let me decrease that volume for y'all. All right, looks a little bit quieter. Trying to make sure everything is. Oh, that looks doable. I think I can probably turn it down a little bit more for you guys. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do just that, and then we're gonna go back into the game. Oh yeah, that looks good. That looks perfect. Sounding good, looking good. All right, we're in the game now. Mega Man X, y'all. I have not played this game. I've played the beginning of this game a lot, actually, because this is one of my favorite. This is probably the game I use to test things the most, like when I'm doing like hacking my Wii or just doing emulation stuff. I always will just use Mega Man X. It's one of my favorite games to just start. So I've played the first level of this game quite a bit, just through the years. Check it out on Audible. Okay, interesting. Ugh, there's absolutely no way for me to express how good that book series is, and the narration? Why am I saying narration? Narration is the greatest thing ever. Best story. Okay, cool. Noted. Oh my gosh. Oy, ho, ho! Massive dodge right there. Massive. Oh fuck! I run into the next thing. So I'm by no means like great at Mega Man, but I do like the game. I love platformers. I love the music in this game is fucking phenomenal. This is just like a all-time favorite, good old classic Mega Man shooty boy. I gotta go down here. You gotta get the extra stuff and not die, hopefully. You gotta get in there. Yeah, get that bee. Get that helicopter bee thing. It's not really sure exactly what's supposed to... Get it. Oh, yeah. Jump up the thing. This thing. Have I played this? I don't know. Once we get past the first stage that I actually... No, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, get up there. Oh, no. The first stage I actually know how to get by, which is the penguin stage. Chill penguin, I think? Yeah. His stage is the easiest to do. Like, what I think, personally, and remember from my youth, like, the order that I would always do would be chill penguin. After that, oh, fuck. I didn't hit jump. I think you have to start... Oh, no, there's a checkpoint at some point. Okay. I think you have to start... That was pretty bad, though. Got something in my nose. It's itchy. I can't remember who you do. You'd think it's... after Chill Penguin, it's... I think it's actually Armadillo. Because you'd think it's going to be like the flame guy, but the flame guy's actually not as weak to ice as you think. Oh, I thought. Oh, fuck, tits. Oh, shit. Oh, my God, there's so many of them. I mean, I think I can use that right now. Oh. Guy in the car. Gotta get the health. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. I'm like almost not making these jumps. Come at me. Come at me with the cars. I know you want to. Did I like off-screen the car? Oh god, nope. I sure didn't. I'm on the car. Ha 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 ha. Aha! I beat enough cars for it to spawn the actual guy. Hello, I am Vile. What is his name? Oh shit. You can't win this fight. There's no way. But I'm going to try anyway. Oh my gosh, I can do it. Oh my god, I know I can do this. Oh my gosh, I can do this. I can totally beat him. Oh my, I know I can beat him. No, there's no, he can't do this. He can't beat me. I can beat him. No, he can't. Hey! You worthless piece of scrap metal! Ashton RTA! What is up? How you doing? Thank you so much for the raid coming in here on this Saturday morning gaming. We just are starting off playing Mega Man X. Just playing the game for some nostalgia point, or not points. I guess in my mind, for the nostalgia value. For me, this game is nostalgic for a different time in my youth than for some people. When this game came out, I was probably around 4 or 5. So this game is actually more of a teenage thing for me because I played it when I was in middle school, which that was probably more in like the early 2000s. But yeah, I've played this game a lot during that time. One of my best friends actually in that time, he loved Mega Man X, so definitely has a fond place in my heart, even if I didn't grow up with it on the actual SNES and playing it like a lot of people I know I did. I played a lot of other different, like I played some different games with my cousins usually on the SNES because they owned them. I never had one growing up. But thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Coming in here. Usually, I think it's good. What is it? It's good to give a shout out, but my mouse, I can't get my mouse out right now from being in this. So hold on, let me make sure I can actually give you a shout out. I want to be nice. Gotta give a shout out to Ashton, long time fellow here. Oh shit, of going over at the being there. So let's get that shout out. They were playing Mega Man 2. They do a lot of speed runs, if I remember correctly. So, doing the speed run stuff, doing over there. So, yeah. Thank you for the raid. I got distracted from this. Doing good. Awesome to see you playing X. Oh, yeah, I love this game. And I just like, the point of the Saturday morning gaming for me is to revisit games from my youth and play like more retro games. So after we're done playing through X, which should hopefully only take like a couple of streams here, even though I took so much time today yapping, and I'm already yapping in the beginning of this game as well, so this might take longer than I thought. But we're gonna go and play some Jack and Daxter is the next game I want to play when I'm done with this one. Vbes had mentioned that at one point. I was like, actually, that sounds awesome. And I've just found out about Open Goal, and that seems like a really cool way to play the series and come with like a new lens and everything or whatever. So, all right, so we got that. Gonna go start my stream in a second. I'm gonna leave you up though. I enjoy hanging with you. Well, Grumpiest Pickle, I appreciate that. You have a wonderful stream, and hopefully, actually, let me see here. Oh, I'll see you around, and I'll give you a follow as well. Myself, since you've been hanging out, you've been chatting and everything. I'll make sure what kind of games you're playing. I'll peep in on your stream if you're going here live shortly. Funny's just got a huge PB in Mega Man 2 zip list down to 2930. Oh, cool. All right, now back to being vile. You worthless piece of scrap metal. Did you think you could defeat me? Yes. The answer is yes. But Zero's actually to the rescue. Zero's the hero. Teach that vile scum a lesson. I'm gonna teach that vile scum a lesson. I'm gonna make that vile scum vile cum. I guess I'm not powerful enough to defeat him. X, you shouldn't expect to defeat him. He is designed to be a war machine. Remember, you have not reached your full potential yet, or your full power yet. Why I say potential? If you use all the abilities you were designed with, you should become stronger. You may even become as powerful as I am. I'll scout ahead and collect as much information on Sigma's fortress as I can. Sigma? He's on that Sigma grind set, baby. I'll meet up with you when you get there. See you later. X, I know you can do it. All right. Let's go. Password. You guys gonna remember that for me? All right, cool. Thank you. All right, we're gonna go to the Penguin. I always start with Penguin. I honestly cannot remember. There is an order like that's like a heavily suggested order. Like makes it very easy because after Penguin, you just use all of their abilities to defeat the next boss. I don't remember the exact order. I might do it. I might just do things in a different way because hey, we're doing it. We're doing it live. We're playing a game. Shit. I am not gonna do well at this. I am so bad at this game. I get through by just spamming shit. I don't avoid anything. I'm just like I'm gonna take the hit. So many things drop health. You're bound to be able to find more health. Especially these bats. Oh, no, don't hit me. Ooh. Get fucked. Get fucked. Oh, you also get an automatic upgrade in this stage, too. It's like, it's on the way. That's another reason to get this stage out of the way first. I forgot about that. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, fuck. Do I have to do a jump? Like, no. There's no way to do this without the... Wait, what? Wait, how do I... Am I a silly goose? Am I a silly goose? I remember you can do a jump here. The sound effects are nice. See, that's what I bring to the table. I gotta bring something new to the table. It's been so long since I played the game. I'm forgetting. I thought you just jumped up here and grabbed the ledge, but do you? What the fuck? Did I miss something? Did I miss something? Am I a goofball? Is something missing? I think, aren't you supposed to get the dash boots in this area from like a capsule or something like that? And it's just not showing up? Is it glitched? Or is this like... I have feelings. Do you have to do something else? I could have swore that this was like the way you, or is it up ahead? And I'm just not being able to make, I'm just not making this jump because I'm bad at the game. It's very possible it's the ladder. Oh my gosh. Because you can make that jump. Is it up ahead? Oh my gosh. If I can't make this jump. Why can't I make that jump? It also seems like some of the health things are like disappearing before I have it. Oh, okay, almost got it. Oh, there we go. Haha. Please don't die. Yeah, like all the health power-ups are like landing and then like disappearing, and I'm not able to like get them. Am I shooting? Okay, so this is where the capsule was. I was just early on thinking I had a capsule. I'm just bad at the game. So you've come. Ugh. Sorry. X. I was talking to somebody over there. Sorry, X. I gave you the ability to choose your own path in life. And I hoped the world would allow you to choose a peaceful one. But I scrolled through that too fast. But now it seems that you were destined to fight. Because I thought the world might need a new champion, I have hidden capsules like this one. If you find and use them, you will be able to increase your powers beyond anything the world has ever known. Step into this capsule and receive an acceleration system to boost your speed. Good luck, X. Let's go, brother. Give me my fucking acceleration. Give me the boots, baby. Give me the boots. Give me the boots. Let's go. Whee! I love a good dash. Oh, I love a good dash. Oh my gosh, I love a good dash. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die so fast. Oh my gosh. Okay. Ah! Please, I need help. I need help. I'm gonna die. Ah! Why is the health disappearing when it hits the floor? That seems not good for me. Something wrong with the game? I have questions. Ah! Die, die, die. Okay. Wait, is this? Can I get? I don't think so. There we go. Wait, what the? Something's wrong. Something is not right here. We might have to pivot into something else. That is not supposed to happen. What? I tested this before stream to make sure that the game booted up and played. I did not test it. What the fuck did I just, what happened? Why did that happen? What the fuck? That was so weird. That's so strange. The same thing happened to me. That's the only thing I could think of, but this is the only one I have, unfortunately. Because I went to yeah, at the moment, I'll say it like as like I was. This is the one I have that I've used always. I feel like, and so it's weird that it's so strange. I've never had this happen before. I'm gonna have to do some off-stream testing of this. What do we want to do instead of Mega Man X? Because I'd love to troubleshoot this, but I'm probably gonna want to do it off-stream. It's probably gonna be too much troubleshooting. Like, it probably wouldn't be too bad, but I know me, and even if something is a 10 to 15 minute fix on stream, it's gonna take me 45, and that's gonna frustrate me. And I'd rather just figure this out at a different time, because I wasn't expecting that. It's such a weird thing. Like the exact same thing. That's so weird. It was like, it's like I completed the level, but then I got sent back to the beginning of the game. That's so weird. I don't even think I've ever seen like it happen to anybody else. Like, that's such a weird, and so it's happened to both of us. You said you just changed the ROM? Because the other thing is like, yeah, this ROM must be borked, because the other thing that's happening is when the health power-ups hit the ground, they're vanishing. They're supposed to stay there so you can walk up and collect them. What's super strange... Yeah, that's super weird. Maybe this is a different ROM than I'm used to. I thought this was the same ROM that I've had since, like, that I had on my old computer. I thought I've been carrying this over, but maybe I switched it at some point. Because I don't remember this. I've beaten the game. I thought I've had this ROM since I was, like, a teenager. But maybe I got a new one at some point. Maybe I replaced it because I have moved a lot, and sometimes the hard drives... things don't always... That's so strange. I'm just like, I'm so flabbergasted. I've never seen anything like that happen. I'm gonna start the game over. I'm just gonna start over, like load the ROM again. And then I'm going to just see if the enemy drops vanish. Okay, so the enemy drops didn't vanish this time. They are staying, yeah, I was gonna say, because before stream, yeah, so the enemy drops are staying now. But, like, how long is this gonna work? Is it gonna start borking up at some point? And, like, I have to play through an entire stage to figure it out. Well, I guess, honestly, though, if I'm gonna do it, I'll do it here. Because now the enemy drops are at least, like, staying. It's like, that's good. But I'm like, I'm just like, I'm not very, I guess I'm not very convinced it's not gonna work again when I get to Chill Penguin stage. Oh gosh. Slow down, lag. Oh man. I don't really need this. I don't need the big one. Ah! Ah! Yeah. The power-up staying on the ground is like, okay, well that's one thing that was wrong. Is this gonna solve everything that was wrong? Alright, Saturday morning troubleshooting. Let's go. I gotta love it. Ah, son of a fuck. I was very much looking forward to playing some Mega Man X, but it is okay if we can't. I have to be okay with, you know, sometimes these sorts of things happen, right? Sometimes there are technical difficulties in life. Well, I guess actually there's technical difficulties in modern life because of technology. Like I guess what we call modern technology. Oh fuck, modern technology. What really is what's the earliest technology people like? Tools, like using like a hammer or something like that. I don't know. Okay, we're almost at least back to the penguin stage. That at least feels right. That feels good. This feels smooth. Oh gosh. I need another car to blow up. I need another car to blow up. There we go. Man, the music in this game is just fucking slap-a-ronies. That's really mad. I'm just gonna actually like try to speed this up this time. Yeah, like literally, like you don't even realize how good every track is because they're all so good. Like nothing like stands out too much. It's just like every boss theme, every stage theme. It's just like it's so good. Like I'll probably recognize it more now because I've played the game so much and I'm paying attention to like the music a lot. I have it in headphones. I think I usually play it on like my TV or just like through like speakers. So actually listening to the music, it's like even this little interstitial thing between this is just music for just this little bit where you're talking with Zero. Does this come back every time you talk with Zero? Probably, but like it goes so hard. I love just like little melodies and stuff. I live off of that stuff. All right, let's see. I just loaded it again, so hopefully this works this time. If it works up in the same exact way, we're probably gonna pivot into Stardew just because that's the. Thank you, Bundor. Is it Bundor? Says you came in with a raid here, so Ashton, thank you for the raid again. Appreciate you. Bringing over a community, trusting them over here in the Creamery. Even though I'm a very weird, bizarre human, and I mean, you've seen all of those. You've clipped a lot of my bizarre moments on stream, so I don't even need to tell you how bizarre I am. Weird, bizarre humans are the best. You know, I tend to agree with that that sentiment. I haven't. Okay. So the things are disappearing again. That's not a good sign. That makes me think that it isn't, in fact, going to bork up in the same way. And if that's the case, like I said, we could just pivot, probably into Stardew. Although I am willing to think of other games that we could possibly play today as well. That's not Stardew. That's just like the easiest game to just go to. All right, like I could just boot that up and start playing. Because I've been having so much fun with it, I wouldn't mind playing it, right? Yeah, when I go back and look through my clips, I find a lot of ones I forgot that you clipped, especially from Twilight Princess. Like I've missed like so many of those clips when I went back at one point, and I was like, how did I miss all of these? There's so many clips. Me just being weird. Look, all right, get your hopes up. Please get your hopes up. I'm really hoping it works and it doesn't glitch out in a weird way again. But we'll only know once. It is kind of funny though. Like they get to this part where they're like, "Hey, you have the boots now. Don't you want to dash fast? But then they like make it so that if you dash fast, you run into too many enemies and you die. It's like, actually, don't do that. Actually, if you do that, you're probably gonna lose. All right. Whoa! I love it. Oh, I almost didn't make it. Get out of here with that. All right. So this is as far as we made it last time. I'm gonna try to do it like in a different way. Oh! Why? What is with this? That's gotta be one of the weirdest things I have ever seen. I'm gonna have to look into that. I want to know why that exists. Like, cause if like this, that's a persistent thing that's happened to both of us. Oh man. All right. Well, that does put a wrinkle in our Mega Man X plans, unfortunately. But that doesn't mean that the stream's gonna have to come to an end. I'm still gonna wanna do some gaming here today. Just means that we're going to jump into some different gaming for a little bit. I do have a call I'm supposed to get on in about an hour, so I'm because I was hoping to get at least to like an hour or two of Mega Man in, and then maybe we would finish in about half an hour. But now if I move to any game, half an hour in Stardew is like 1 day and a half, like I might have time for. So I actually might end stream, but not because it's like, oh, I'm so frustrated and like I don't want to do it, but just because due to time constraints, because every other Saturday I'm in a group call. It's like a support group. Everyone gets together and talks, and it's a very helpful thing for me to go get to these calls. I like being a part of them when I can, even if I am, even if just like sitting around, just listening to other people yap about things and stuff like that. Like it's helpful, right? Like it helps to be a part of that and to know that you're not alone and like hear from other people. So I think since I was probably going to only be live for another half an hour or so, and we're gonna be back on Monday for Pokemon Day, for sure. And I'll chat a little bit here as well. We won't end things like right away. Maybe I can chat until maybe I'll try to chat until Kevbone is live, because I know Kevbone is supposed to be live closer to noon today, and I've been rating Sassy a lot, and I love Sassy, love her so much. But we have been rating her a lot. She went live right around the same time I did as well, so it's kind of funny. We didn't even plan that this time. Which is really funny. But because today's stream ended up being mostly just a yapping session and not a lot of the gaming, we didn't get into the Saturday morning gaming. I might do some gaming later, after my call, like later this evening. We'll see. I might be doing a movie night tonight later in the Discord. I'm not sure how people are feeling about that. I'll kind of have to figure that out. Might be tonight or tomorrow. But at any rate, I got on a stream today. It wasn't exactly what I had planned because that weirdness happened. I'm definitely going to look more into that too. So hopefully we can play Mega Man X at some point in the future. If I can't get it all sorted out by next Saturday, then we will probably just move into playing Jak and Daxter, which, I really am looking forward to playing that anyway. So maybe that's just the move. Maybe this is the sign. I need what? Maybe don't play Mega Man X. Maybe you should play Jak and Daxter, because that's a game I have so many good memories of playing as a kid. I never 100%ed it growing up, got all of the precursor orbs or whatever, and all the There's like little eggs or whatever you can get in there too. The power cells or precursor orbs. Yeah, power cells are the big ones, and the precursor orbs are the eggs. So I never did any of and I love completing specifically like collectathon games like the first Jak and the Jak and Daxter. Jak 2 is a fun game, but it's a much different game. So I think that might be what we pivot into the next time I come back for Saturday morning gaming. There's also going to be some more Mario 64 in my future, some speedrunning of Mario 64, because we did a little bit in March. I came back. I was able to find out I can still beat the game in about an hour and 17 minutes ish. After doing a couple of runs, I want to get some more practice in, like actually daily doing it. It just hasn't happened yet, but I want to do that so we can get our hour or sub hour. My PB in Mario 64 70 star is 1:02. It's an hour and 2 minutes. So we haven't played in a couple of years, so it's been, and we need to do some de-rusting. But we're working on that. That's one of the stories that's happening here, unfolding on the channel. And then the other thing I'll just yap shortly about here, because I've been putting a lot of time, a lot of focus, a lot of extra focus into this the last couple of months, and moving forward there's going to be shows, there's going to be other stuff, so I want to just talk about this a little bit before we end stream, before we raid out into somebody here today, which it looks like maybe did we get have we get Kevbone live? And we've got Kevbone live, so we could do a nice raid out into Kevbone here to end things out today. But I'm going to first talk about Fallen from the Stars, which is my musical project. If you are not following that on YouTube, Instagram, here on Twitch, on SoundCloud, you can check me out on Bandcamp. There's so many places to check out Fallen from the Stars. I am doing weekly streams over there every Friday around 4 p.m. Eastern time to just have something, get my music, keep me in that practice of playing my songs and performing them in front of like an audience, even if it's just a virtual one, keeping that, like flexing that muscle, if you will, and keeping that, worked on. Because it's performing. I want to be able to keep on doing it. I'm going to be booking shows here. Hopefully, the first show out, it will be in May. I'm planning that with a friend of mine, and from there, hoping to do a lot more. So, but I've been doing a lot of other stuff. There's an Elements series that's fully out on released on YouTube. Will be out and collected as a an EP, like a short album on Bandcamp. That will be Elements 1, because there's going to be 2 more in that series I'm planning on doing. I'm already working on some songs for the next one. This is all the while I've written 10 new songs for a full-length album, and some of those songs will be showing up in some of the performance streams over on the Fallen from the Stars channel. I'll be putting some sneak peeks together for those tracks as well before that album comes out. That's a whole thing. That's the biggest sneak peek, and I think I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before on stream, but I will put it out there again, because this is the next album, the next full-length album, is the theory behind it, the idea behind it, the concept, if you will, is that it is the songs for a video game. In a sense, it takes place in the world of like a video game world. And yeah, I'm just adapting these songs and creating a world for them to exist in, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited to come out with this first album in this new saga of whatever. We'll see where it goes. I've been doing a lot of world building in my spare time and whatnot, and that's I'm watching a lot of stuff. Probably why I got into D&D and RPG videos as well, is because I've been doing a lot of world building, and I feel like the more stuff I watch about and just take in, even if it's not about the specific setting or thing I'm doing, it's just oh, this is good storytelling and world building knowledge to have. Oh, thank you, Grumpiest Pickle. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's a bummer that it didn't work out. But I am of the I'm the mindset currently that shit happens. You're not always going to be in control of everything that happens in your life. Really the only thing that you are in control of is how you react or respond to situations, right? And in this situation, I feel like my response, I really wanted, my response wanted to be fuck, this sucks, stupid fucking game, not gonna fucking work, yep. But that doesn't really help anything. It doesn't make anybody who's watching want to keep on coming back. They're oh wow, this guy freaks out when his emulator doesn't run the ROM right. Oh god, holy shit. So we just take a step back. We, you know, what can I control? I can control my breath. I can control, you know, what I do moving forward from here. And I figured that actually, instead of trying to force my way into, well, I'm already a little bit frustrated trying to squeeze a game into the next hour, half hour, 45 minutes before I get on a call. It's actually probably better for me to just take a break. You know, I was going to get off in about 20 minutes anyway. And we have Kevbone live now that we could go raid into. So I'll actually get the raid calls in chat here if anybody would like to take these, give them the old copy paste while we go over to Kevbone 316 doing his community game day. I think he's starting with some Fall Guys today because I'll give a shout out to this before we go over there as well. So if you're not familiar with it, if you're not familiar with me, then you're probably not familiar with the Recreation Station or Sassy or Kevbone or anybody. But there's a great group of people. There's a Discord called the Rec Station, and every year around this time, they participate in a live event or a charity event, LAN event, where everybody gets together and plays games, and they raise money for a charity called Gamers Outreach at this event called Gamers for Giving. It's a great event, a great charity. All the money, like, you know, there's passes and there's all sorts of different events that people pay into it, and then they stream this. You know, I think it's like 10 people this year. They all stream, and they all have their own Tiltify campaigns that also support Gamers Outreach. So it's just a lot of people supporting a really good cause, which Gamers Outreach makes these gaming go-karts for children in hospitals where these children can't leave the hospitals, but these go-karts make it possible. They have like the gaming console on it, a monitor for them to play, controllers, everything, so that they like can just cart it around the hospital, and then these kids still get to experience this fun thing that without this charity, you know, providing it for them probably wouldn't be possible. So really cool thing. If you want to check out the event, they're going to be streaming live from the Gamers for Giving LAN event next weekend, April 10th through the 12th. I believe most people are going to be live on their personal channels, and I know that Sassy has a Rec Station Twitch channel. I have to remember where it is, or find that, because I want to promote that this week before it, where I think it's going to have like a bunch of people's different views. She's going to be going live more like, I think, on her personal stuff, like showing like IRL stuff, maybe walking around the event. It's going to be a different vibe this year. I'm really excited to check it out. I'm not participating in the charity drive or the event itself this year, but I will probably still be doing my Saturday morning gaming stream. I plan on not doing it next weekend, and then I will be raiding into the event and, you know, participating in that way, sharing it in as many ways as I can, and just, you know, because it's a great cause. And yeah, so if you want to go be a part of that, you can. But we're gonna raid into Kevbone, who is one of the reason I talked about that is because Kevbone is one of the participants in the Gamers for Giving stream in the Rec Station, and we're gonna go over there. Well, and I also mentioned because he's playing Fall Guys, because there's a Fall Guys tournament at Gamers for Giving. So there was many reasons why I was mentioning Gamers for Giving. It wasn't there wasn't just one particular reason. Let me get Kevbone up here, and we're gonna bring the love, the Saturday morning love. Even though it didn't go the exact way that we thought, even though we didn't actually get to play Mega Man X today, we will in the future. It might not be like as soon as I thought, but we might end up moving into Jack and Daxter next weekend, just because I'm like, you know what, I really wanted to play that too, and so like, you know what, let's just do a complete change. Let's just do a complete flip up. We could just do a complete 180. It doesn't matter. That's the beauty of life, you know. That's the beauty of these things. But I will for a fact be back here on Monday for another Poke Monday. I've been really having a blast going back with the Poke Mondays. I do. I'm really looking forward to coming back and doing that on this Monday, and we'll be back with more Stardew on Wednesday. It's going to be another just normal week of streams. This last week we actually had an extra Stardew stream with Sassy and everything, and I think that really just, I was like, man, the three streams is pretty good. It's a pretty good thing to shout you out, to hopefully send some people. Oh, thank you, Pickle. I appreciate you hanging out here today. That's you get good vibes. You got some good vibes here. Thanks for joining, and thanks for the follow, hanging out and chatting. Yes, Ashton, the Rec Station is a very lovely group of people. I would agree. I would tend to agree. But let me make this raid. Let me start this raid for Kevbone 316. Bring some Saturday morning gaming love. Even though we didn't really do much gaming, we did more yapping, which is fine. I love yapping too. I clearly love yapping. I have done like 2 to 3 hour yap session streams, which this ended up being more like a 2 hour yap, so roughly. It was a little less than 2 hours. But that's fine. That's cool. We're vibing. It's chill. I've already pretty much said everything I would normally say when I had a thanks for watching stream. Like, thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for putting up with me while the game didn't work. It's okay. We would have gone long. I think it's like that. That's the thing. I would have gone longer had the game worked, but because it didn't, I am making the choice to raid out into Kevbone and call it what it is. This a chill Saturday yap sesh. You know what? Like this ended up being a really nice thing. Like I love sitting here and just talking, and I got to do my stupid bit about Mickey teaching Goofy socialism or whatever earlier. That was the only reason I actually went live today. It was just oh yeah, Goofy, you just like, oh, I see what you're saying, Mickey. Well, the workers need to seize the means of production. Okay. All right, everybody. Let's go say hi to Kevbone 316. Bye-bye. Always a pleasure to put up with